Welcome back to Friar Talk, everybody. Today we got a signing in Michael Wacha to the San Diego Padres, and I think this was a deal that we were all hoping the Padres would go after. Maybe not necessarily Wacha, but a starting pitcher. That's what everyone has been asking for. Where's the starting pitcher depth? Right now heading into heading into the season, you had Nick Martinez, Seth Lugo as your 4-5 with Jay Groom, Adrian Morejon as kind of the outside guys looking in. Now you add in Michael Wacha, and all of a sudden it is very clear that the Padres are going to start the season. Maybe not start season, but they're going to somehow use a 6-man rotation. Maybe they piggyback and kind of combine as the fifth starter in Nick Martinez and Seth Lugo. But overall, this is a move that means that the Padres are going to use a 6-man rotation. Now, looking at Michael Wacha, the actual player, he had a great year last year. He had a 3.3 ERA, a 1.1 WHIP, one of his best seasons, only 127 innings pitched. But if he's the 5 or the 6 on this team, that's solid, especially if you have 6 guys. That's obtainable at that spot. Primarily, he's a fastball changeup guy, also throws a cutter and a curve, but 75% of the time he's throwing a fastball or a changeup. He's a righty. He's a pretty big dude. He's been in the league for quite some time, since 2013, 31 years old. But this is a deal that it's good for the Padres. They don't have to trade for anyone. On the channel before, we had talked about potentially trading for, Pablo Lopez, someone like that, or going and trading for someone at the deadline. Now the Padres are in a spot where they have 3 starters in their 4, 5, and 6 spot, in Wacha, Martinez, Lugo. And if one of those guys turns into a legit number 4 starter, they're not going to feel forced to make a big-time move at the deadline. And I think that's the biggest thing when we talk about this starting depth. And, hey, let's even say you still have Adrian Morejon and Jay Groom as depth. So, they're in a much better spot now than I think that we had kind of previously felt about them. Now, either way, this Padres team was going to be really good because of how ridiculous the offense is going to be. But now you add it in the starting rotation, and that's a big spot because your bullpen, you have a great pen, you have a great 7, 8, 9. You have a really good 1, 2, 3, but there's injury concerns. We've seen Darvish kind of had a little bit of injury problems. He's getting up there in age. We've seen Blake Snell have a lot of slow starts. All of a sudden, you just have more ammo in terms of starting pitching. So I really like it. I think you just keep adding guys and adding guys and adding guys, and you just keep doing that. So overall, I'm a big fan. I think it's a good move. I don't think it's like anything crazy like a needle move or anything like that. But I think this is a good sign, especially because we all watched that 2021 team completely fall apart because there wasn't the depth that we're talking about now. So I really like the deal. I think it's a good pickup. We are going to be going live tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to be talking about yet, but we are going to be going live probably 5:30 or 6:30 tomorrow night. So make sure to join that. But that's kind of all I got on Michael Wacha. Good pickup for the Padres. He was great last year in the Red Sox. I wouldn't expect those numbers necessarily, but if he can be a 4 ERA guy, they're going to win a lot of the games that he starts in. That's the bottom line with this team, with how this offense is built. So overall, solid move, solid pickup, and this makes the Padres a little bit better, and that's big come right now. I mean, we're in February, and if you're just adding a little bit to a team that's already projected to be, a top 5, top 3 team in baseball, that's just, more cherries on top for this squad. So overall, I like the move. But with that said, thank you all, and have a great Valentine's Day.